We thought our first RV camping trip was going pretty well until our kitchen gray tank suddenly showed full less than 24 hours after arriving. At first, we were convinced the sensor had to be wrong. Then there were the dogs. RV life came with a few surprises for our dog Brutus too. We also discovered a water leak we weren't expecting. But not everything went wrong. Some things worked even better than we hoped. And by the end of the weekend, we learned a lot about our new Cougar RV. After weeks of preparing, practicing, and setting up our new RV, it was finally time for our first camping trip. We left after work Friday afternoon and headed to Walnut Ridge Campground, just about 30 minutes from our RV storage lot. Since this was our first real trip with the Cougar, we weren't quite sure what to expect. One thing we noticed right away was how much more comfortable towing felt compared to pickup day. Every trip behind the wheel is getting a little easier and a little less intimidating.
Quiet.
You want me to tow forward or am I okay right here?
Right, here's your parking pass.
I just put this up here?
Yep, yeah, just anywhere.
After arriving at Walnut Ridge Campground, one of the staff members helped guide us over to our campsite.
Right here?
Once we got parked, it was time to start setting everything up. We had water and 50 amp electric service at the site. Before plugging in, I connected our Watchdog surge protector to help protect the RV from electrical issues. It's amazing how much gear finds its way into the truck on even a short weekend camping trip. One of the first things on my camping to-do list was installing the Lippert screen defender that we purchased with the RV. Scarlett and Brutus also handled the trip surprisingly well and started settling into the RV much faster than we expected. After a full day of work, towing, and getting everything set up, neither of us felt like cooking anything complicated. So dinner was simple: Costco chicken soft tacos, easy to prepare, easy cleanup, and exactly what we needed after a long day. We loaded the refrigerator up before the trip, and everything stayed cold the entire weekend. By the time dinner was over, we were exhausted. We spent the evening relaxing, settled in for our first night in the Cougar, and surprisingly slept pretty well on the factory mattress. The next morning was when we finally got to try something we had been looking forward to since buying the RV. Saturday morning started with one of the things we had been looking forward to the most: trying out the Blackstone for breakfast. The menu was simple: bacon, hash brown, and eggs.
Yeah.
This was our first time using the Blackstone, which was connected directly to the RV's propane quick connect, and it worked exactly as we hoped. While I was cooking breakfast, one of our neighboring campers stopped by to ask about the setup. We ended up talking RVs, propane connections, and camping for a few minutes.
I'm trying.
You want to ask you a question?
Sure.
Where did you get your hose for your adapter?
Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, first time using it, it took me a while to figure out the right kind because I heard, the regulators have a built-in regulator, so you have to get like the right hose for it. But yeah, it's kind of like a quick connect.
Yeah.
I think I got it for maybe $20 on Amazon.
Okay.
So
This campus got it on there, and I've never used one before, so I didn't know where to get there.
yeah, it's so far I'm surprisingly how easy it was to hook up. Being the first time and started right away. I was just like, okay.
I'm tired of the whole green bottle. These things are getting so expensive.
Yeah, that is
You
true.
buy about a 4-pack for $10, and now it's 20, 25. So.
Yeah, I brought one of those just in case I couldn't get this to work, but
Yeah.
thank goodness that I got it up and running.
Okay. Well, sorry to interrupt, but thank you.
Hey, no problem. Bacon already looks like it's done. Some of it.
Next up were the hash browns.
Hopefully it's done.
I'll cover it with bacon, tin foil too.
The final challenge was the eggs.
Yeah, just put
I was aiming for extra crispy over easy. I may have gotten a little carried away with the extra crispy part.
I hope you like the eggs crispy. Yeah, look who's waiting for some bacon. So you got your socks.
For our first Blackstone breakfast, we'll call it a success.
Crispy eggs, hash browns, crispy bacon.
Then came our biggest rookie mistake of the weekend. By Saturday afternoon, Gray Tank number 2 suddenly showed full.
Just in case.
Oh,
You always want to do your black first, and then your gray, just to wash out your hose.
Okay. Even though it shows that the gray's empty, but we
Yeah,
have
I'm
to
gonna
use
go
the gray a
ahead
little
and
bit.
check it. Yeah, I'm gonna check it.
Okay. Thanks.
We were convinced the sensor had to be wrong. There was no way we could have filled a Gray Tank in less than a day. Since Walnut Ridge closes at 4 o'clock on Saturdays, I gave them a call to see what our options were. Fortunately, they agreed to send someone over to the campground to help us out.
It was showing gray too. Yeah, the rest of them were all showing empty. I'm guessing this is the gray too, right?
Check that one up there too.
Okay.
I don't know which one is labeled.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Which, technically, I just pulled your black valve, and we were getting a little bit out of there.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we were using the toilet a little bit.
okay.
We've been here just for one day. Came here yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is one or two. I'll have to see. I'll do them all.
Okay.
We'll see if anything comes out of here.
Yeah, because if anything, I would think the
Two-thirds is a lot of water.
yeah,
So we'll know.
I would think the kitchen one. We would definitely use the kitchen sink more than we're using the bathroom. We haven't showered or anything yet. All the like gray 1 can mix with gray 2 tank, and they all can go into one tank. No, they're two separate. All right.
Now we can go in there once this stops. We can go check,
Okay.
and that'll tell you which one. If gray 2 is now empty,
Oh.
you'll know this is 2.
That's a good idea. Unless it's a sensor. Okay. Yeah, I'll go check after you get done. Yeah, it's still showing gray 2 is full. Gray 1 is empty. That one was full?
Yeah.
Wow, and that was just the kitchen one, right?
There's a lot of water coming. Oh, I don't know about full.
Okay.
But there's a lot of flow, which indicates that
Wow.
that's probably your gray 2.
Wow. I guess that's good that the sensor is working. We're just surprised that we filled that fast.
When this stops, check your sensor and see what it says.
Yeah, I see it really coming out.
Yeah.
As it turns out, we had actually filled the tank ourselves. Between cooking, dishes, cleaning up, and everyday use, we used a lot more water than we realized.
You can see it from 2/3 to from a quarter to half goes pretty quick.
Okay.
But from half to full,
Yeah.
you'll see a lot more time in between there.
Alright. Yeah, I checked it yesterday and it was empty, like when we first got in,
Yeah.
and I checked it today and it said full, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So,
And
okay.
It's one of those things where it's hard to trust your sensors all the time, especially the longer you have the unit.
Yeah.
It just, especially like the kitchen, if you're doing dishes and you're
Yeah,
cleaning
that's what
off
we've been
plates,
doing.
you get that grime and stuff in your build up on your sensors. Black tank, you know, you'll get toilet paper or some build up on there, residue. So your sensors might give a false reading until you really do a good cleansing of the tank.
Okay. Well, this is good to know. Now I know. Maybe just one day of just normal camping fills up grade 2.
Yeah, grade 2 showing empty now. It was definitely a rookie mistake, but it was also a good lesson to learn on our very first trip.
It's showing empty now. The sensor's good, so it must have been
Well, we now know
must have been us, user or
we now know that that's grade 2.
yeah, that is
Grade
true.
1.
So I learned something today. And I was thinking today too is we're cooking and my wife made a big pot of pasta
Drained it.
and drained it down there.
Yep.
And we're like, okay, that's probably what filled it.
Yeah.
With that problem solved, we were able to get back to enjoying the rest of the weekend. But the gray tank wasn't the only lesson we learned on our first trip. We also noticed a small leak around our water filter setup. At the time, we weren't exactly sure what was causing it, but it's something we've since been able to track down and fix. Another small issue was the cable lock I bought for the Watchdog surge protector. Turns out it didn't fit the way I expected, so I ended up ordering a different one before our next trip. Thankfully, those were all pretty minor issues. As the day went on, we settled in, relaxed, and started getting ready for one of the best parts of camping, dinner. After everything that happened earlier in the day, a good campsite dinner was exactly what we needed. This ended up being one of our favorite meals of the trip.
Might be one of the best looking spreads I've seen in quite a while. What do you guys think?
Not bad for our first weekend in the Cougar RV. After dinner, we spent the rest of the evening relaxing and enjoying a quiet night at the campground. Before long, it was time to call it a day and get ready for our second night in the RV. By Sunday morning, things had settled down quite a bit. Alicia and the dogs were still sleeping, and it was nice having a few quiet minutes to enjoy the RV before starting the day. Unfortunately, not everything went according to plan overnight. At some point during the night, Brutus decided the RV floor was a better option than going outside. So we woke up to a little cleanup project waiting for us.
What are you two doing, huh? You guys are on camera.
Aside from that, the dogs were doing surprisingly well for their first camping trip. After a successful first weekend in the Cougar, it was time to start packing everything up for the trip home. We worked our way through our departure checklist, disconnected utilities, packed up our gear, and got the campsite ready for a departure. Before heading back to storage, we had one final stop to make. Before heading home, we had one final stop to make at the campground dump station. This was probably the part of RV ownership we were most nervous about before buying the Cougar. Ironically, it ended up being one of the easiest parts of the entire weekend. Unfortunately, we were so focused on figuring everything out that we accidentally left the GoPro in time-lapse mode. So this is what our entire dump station experience looked like. Not exactly cinematic, but it got the job done. Alright, we're just leaving Walnut Ridge. First shakedown trip complete. And we're ready to go and put it in storage.